anymore, right?
All righty.
All right, hold on.
You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Angel. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Just responding to your online inquiry. Looks like you're looking to sell your property out on William Street. I am actually looking to buy in that neighborhood. Give me a call when you get this. Love to chat with you. See if we can make something happen. Tyler, how you been, brother?
Oh, good. Out here trying to get deals and dispo deals and turn down deals and BFE and accidentally lock them up. And then there's 500 people and Danielle asked me why I got it.
I did the same thing last week in North Dakota. And Britt actually called it for a couple of days. And then she calls me, she's like, Caesar, I just realized there's 1,000 people in that neighborhood, in that town. Yeah. I was like, there is? She's like, yep. I'm like, say no more. I'm like, stop calling. I'm canceling it.
Oh, yeah, what I've been doing now, well, kind of just starting. We just did one. So I did my first actual novation. We're in the middle of it now. Everything's signed. Realtor went, got pictures. And so now what I'm going to start doing on these ones that's like BFE is just novations. Like I just talked to a guy, is like, look, dude, like you're in Coffeyville, Kansas. I was like, I don't want your property. And I was like, here's what I can do though. Was it a decent deal on the profit calculator? Yeah, but there was 900 people there.
Yep.
And he said himself, he's like, no one wants to live here. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to.
Yep.
So that's what I've been trying to do lately.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see what's up with these people. It's weird. I'm switching back to my phone now.
Yeah, same here. Because before you hopped on, I was using my desktop.
Yeah, that's what I usually do now, the desktop. But I haven't sit in this seat in a while. Like I took down my lights and everything. I ain't been in here. I just been calling outside.
Yeah.
I took my setup out back so I can get some sun and like, cause I go out and take breaks. I'm like, what if I just sit outside? So that's what I've been doing.
Nice. Well, dude, good to have you back, man. I haven't heard you call or anything in a while.
Yeah, we're about to get one as soon as they answer.
Yeah.
Can you hear that ringing?
Yep.
What you been up to? You still been calling with all them people and like kind of
the person you called has a voicemail.
Kind of like running a little team and
we're running a little team. I tell you, man, it's a lot of time, a lot of effort. Nick, yeah. Let's see, a bit beyond on the stream. I haven't used property leads, but you're that most leads want retail. Link. I don't know about that. I haven't had that experience with property leads. And then also I've made a video, and I'm sure Tyler have done a short video or at least a video on this. 9 out of 10 guys, the sellers are always going to give you retail price when you ask them how much you want for it. 9 out of 10, right? And so even for my team, when I hear that, hey, it's retail city, it's like, yeah, of course it's retail city. Majority of these people don't know how to comp their properties, right? So they're not in the real estate game. So the first place that they look at is either their tax assessed value and or Zillow. And so tax assessed value says 150, Zillow says 200. You give them a call, even though they only need 100,000, they're gonna, in their mind, they're gonna go, oh, my property's worth 200. Zillow says 200. So the next time someone calls me, I'm gonna say I want 220. So first number that they give you guys is what I call an F off number. It literally just goes one ear out the other for me. That being said, I will ask how they came up with that number. So in that way, I know exactly how they came up with that number. And for the most part, that question also will tell you what their motivation is.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you start like kind of, I guess, training people like regularly, it's very easy to accidentally take on too much. You know what I mean?
Easily.
Like,
Yep.
I've done that a couple times. And then so like now I try to be very picky on like
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
working
The
with
person you're
people,
trying to
helping
reach is not
people, and
available.
like
At the tone, please record your message.
being
When
able
you
to
have
do it
finished
efficiently.
recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Verlin, what's up? It's Tyler again. When you get a chance, shoot me a text, give me a call. Thanks. But yeah, it's just, and it really depends on the other people though too. Like me, Jermaine, Marcella was calling every day, and then they were just like, "Hey, man, like, I'm gonna start calling on my own again." I'm like, "Cool, like I will too. I get it because you can get distracted.
The person you're calling isn't accepting.
Oh, 100%, dude.
You definitely get distracted." Let's see.
The person you're calling isn't accepting messages right now. Why don't you text them or try calling again later?
All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Dude, do we have a surprise here? Holy moly.
What's up, Ismael? Oh, what's up, Ardo?
What's up, man?
Good old team's back. Oh my gosh, what did I do over the weekend?
I don't know. You
So lucky.
let's see. Turn this bad boy on.
Hello, Jay speaking. What was the address to that? South Maryland. And who was the owner? And you said it's listed? Give me a second. Let me try to pull it up. Okay, yeah, I just spoke to him. The basement needed to be finished, correct? Yeah, I was going to schedule somebody on my team to go out and then I'll schedule it with you. But I see his price is 234 and I didn't see anything in that area selling for that much. What did you guys get that price? Yeah, I saw the before and after. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it's really overpriced in my opinion for the area. But I'll take a look again. I'll see what I can do, and then I'll have somebody on my team just call you back. Okay. All right. Have a good one.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person
Hold on,
you're
fix
trying
that.
to reach is not available. At the tone,
Give me one
please
second.
record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
It's muted.
Hey, Juan, good afternoon. Caesar here, calling about your property on South 83rd. Looks like you're looking to sell. I am looking to buy in that neighborhood. Give me a call. Let's see if we can make something happen. How do you fix it?
Yeah, I think I did it. I think I just shared the
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear it now. Unless that's Tyler.
That's me.
Okay, cool.
Ismail, my
Your call
vacation
has been forwarded to
went
voicemail.
good.
The person you're trying to reach is
Tired
not
chasing
available.
around a
At the
4-year-old and
tone,
11-year-old
please record
for
your
all
message. When you have
weekend.
finished
But
recording, you may hang up.
hey, Cheryl, what's up? It's Tyler. When you get a chance, if you could, shoot me a text or give me a call. Thanks. Yeah, dude, it was nuts. Like, they're just non-stop, which I get it, but send. Let's give her the old double Rooski.
Hello, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris, good afternoon. My name is Caesar, calling about your property on William Street. I think you might have filled out a form on my site a while back, or maybe you spoke with one of my guys. I was just checking to see if you're still looking to sell that property.
I mean, I'm accepting offers, and if I don't get them that I want, then I just continue to work on it. And I'll start fighting. Then I'll start working on the inside because it's gutted. We've been plumbing, electrical is a lot. I'm thinking about $150,000 into it. So before I'm done, and I'll just move in until I'm getting more rented out.
Hey, Chris, I can
Did
barely.
I cut out?
Yeah, I can't. I could barely hear you, man. It's really low, and you're in and out every other word.
Hey, call me on a different number.
All right.
I'll give it to you.
Yep. All right. Man, this whole time I was calling from.
Your call has been forwarded to.
How the hell did that happen?
For calling Minka Fair Trade Imports. We're a fair trade wholesaler located in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Listen to the following options to get in touch. To place an order or for customer service inquiries, press 1. To speak to the warehouse about inbound or outbound shipments.
Well, at
Yeah,
least we
that's
know it's a different
legit.
type of wholesaler. No, it's his.
To
It's
get
his,
support with digital experiences.
it's his
or
work.
marketing
That's why he
inquiries,
said.
Press 3. To speak with a representative about admin.
That's why he said press 4.
Guess that didn't work, did it?
No, is this Chris?
Oh yeah, I guess it did work.
It
But
did.
you know what? It's not gonna help you because it's still gonna be a bad connection. I think, isn't it?
No, it's a much better connection. Actually, I can hear you now.
Well, the problem is when I think I'm gonna have to get my phone fixed because when I switch to speaker, which is way more comfortable for me, then that's when you have a hard time hearing me. I think.
Got it. Okay. Well, do you have a few minutes now, or do you want me to call you back?
I do, but if you can't hear me well, I'll just call you on a different line.
Yeah.
41557.
Yeah. Right now it's working all right, and if things change, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, how much are you looking to get for this property again?
Well, I don't know what you have on file, but the last, let's see, what are we up to now? The last figure, as of today, if someone gave me 100, let me just write, I received my text because I did text this to somebody. Because I get inquiries on a regular basis for this property. Let's see here. Hold on. Just want to give you the same figure. Okay. So I think here's what I wrote. We start fighting this property soon. I'll sell it now for $165K, but after we put the new siding on, we will put a sign out and list it for $180K. Then we'll start remodeling the inside. And offers are welcome. It's not listed and it's not, there's no sign out in front because I want to wait until we fix up the outside first. It's got a lot of potential, both the property and, and it's a good base. It's a solid foundation. So
Got it. So
that's I'm confident in, and it's a place that I wouldn't mind living in at all. So I could sell and rent mine out for a good price where I live.
Gotcha.
And be happy to live in the newer property,
Gotcha. So it sounds like, did you buy this property to fix and flip yourself, or?
No, I don't do that. I bought it to fix it up for my aunt and my mother, who I take care of.
Oh, okay.
But then my aunt took a turn for the worse and ended up dying sadly. And then my mother also started falling and decided that she wanted to live in assisted living, which is near my office anyway. So I ended up being stuck with the property that I was just trying to make it more convenient for them because I currently live in a townhouse that has multiple levels.
Got it.
So it's inconvenient for to me to be at work, and I got two elderly women that I care for at home.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, man, sorry to hear about your aunt. Was that recent or?
Well, I think about her every day, but no, it was over a year ago, sadly. Still have not unraveled all the mess from it, but that's okay.
Got it. Yeah,
but
man.
Anyway, yeah, that being the house, but I mean, I can afford to pay the taxes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not desperate. If I was desperate, maybe I'd let it go at a loss. But right now, I'm just trying to break even when I put into it.
I got you. Well, let me ask you a couple of quick questions, and then I can make a quick decision on this. How much do you think, if I buy this off of you and I finish all the work that you were going to do, how much do you think I can put it up on the market for?
It's changing every day, and I'm connected to the real estate industry. But having said that, you know as well as I do that the value is just determined in the moment that something sells. So, but having said that, there was a house that, like a half a block from this property. Can I put you on hold briefly? Because this could be an important call that's coming in.
Sure.
Just briefly.
Let's see here. This guy might actually be right on the money, dude. This might just be a quick kill shot moment. We'll see.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello?
Yes, Chris, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, yeah. I did take care of that. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, yeah. So if I was half a block, and this is what motivated me to continue working on it. What I'm about to tell you and what real estate agents told me at the time, after I realized that I was stuck with a house that was not for its intended purpose. So a house down the street, I think they just built it on a lot, on a narrow lot, okay? A narrow lot sandwiched in between two houses. They put up a very small three-bedroom, very small three-bedroom, two-bath place, no basement. And then they put a garage on the side and then a shed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Very small yard. And they listed that for $439. They did sell it, but I watched it. It took a while to sell. And I was told, I don't know if this is true because I neglected to check it, but I was told it sold for $390 something by another agent. So I knew it wouldn't sell for $439. I thought that was nonsense.
Yeah.
So they kept relisting it, and I thought, man, if it sells for that, people are crazier than I thought. They sold it. The guy who bought it, I was told by an agent, actually from the agency that handled that brokered the deal. The guy that bought it, or the people that bought it, actually rented it out, turned around and rented it for $3,000 a month. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Not furnished. I mean, I'm a landlord, so when I buy a property, I buy it to rent.
Yep.
So, in other words, I don't flip houses. It's not my thing. But I only think I sold one or two properties in my life, and I don't intend on doing more until I'm 70. But except for this one, if someone offers me what I want, it's just basically I'm just saying, okay, we did this. Give me what I put into it, because I'm picky about how I do things.
Yep.
But so then, okay, so was that $439? They sold it for $390. So my original budget was just to fix it up a little bit and make some modifications. But then, one thing led to another, and I had to put a roof on it. So I think I overspent on the roof. Beautiful roof with a very nice attic space and everything. Like you could turn it into a room up there, really nice, or a playroom or whatever. So that was put on. We gutted it, my buddies and I, because I knew right away that there's no way this old layout would work. So we opened it up, and so the decision is, and we know that we can get it permitted for this, to add a 2-car garage with a master ensuite, with a master bedroom, or what do you call it, an ensuite bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
They call it more. I'm not supposed to say master bedroom. Give me a break. The grammar police are going to get me in trouble because it's apparently wrong to say master bedroom.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's allowed, and we could put a deck in the back, whatever, So we figured that out, and that's what I was going to go with. But, I also was thinking, just go second level.
Yeah.
But the second level, I didn't have the money for at the time, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep a lot of money in the bank. I invest everything, almost everything. And I pay off my credit cards and stuff like that. So,
Got it.
Anyway, yeah. So, do I know what it would sell for today? Let's see. The last one I saw sell, I'm seeing things sell for $360, $390. I'd have to look more closely. But the fact that this has a basement, I honestly don't think it's a good investment unless you do what I plan on doing.
Which is
Honestly,
renting it out, or
no. I think renting it out or selling it is either way you're going to get your money back, in my opinion. But so afterwards, some agents said, you don't have to do all this. They said you can just, and some builders told me the same thing. You could just do the minimum, get it ready, the 2-bedroom, because believe it or not, that's what the houses are here. They're old, they're small bedrooms. People live with it.
Yep.
Turn it back to what it was. and it'll be nicer, of course, because it'll be modern and new appliances and
Yeah.
so forth, and open floor concept. But, and that's fine. I'm a simple person, but I love to have guests from all over the world and friends from out of town because it's a tourist community, a great location.
Mhm.
So I would want add on the master bedroom sandwiched between in and back of the garage and main house. You know,
Yep.
because that I feel like it just makes sense. A good use of the space that's at hand. You know, don't
Yeah.
have to cut any trees down, and no big deal. You know, no fuss.
Chris.
So that's what I had planned to do, but it'll take me a while to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like this is a type of house that I like to buy because, you know, there's definitely things that needs to be done, right? Where I can add value and put it up on the market. So just three quick questions for you. One is, I just want to make sure, this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, or is this a 3-1?
No, this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom.
Okay, so it's
So
a 2-1.
it wouldn't become, I feel like, I mean, I don't want to own, unless it's a tiny home, which I guess this qualifies as a tiny home. It is small. But unless it's really legitimately a tiny home that you can easily transport, I don't want to own a property that's less than 2 full baths because I think in this day and age, you know, having to share a bathroom with a woman, no thank you.
I usually go for a 3-2 myself. So then now a question for you. How much do you think will it cost to get everything done and up to date?
$150. But that's my, and I don't know if that's just my way of doing things.
What's the square footage on this?
Oh boy, I don't know. Geez, let me look. I have the plans here. Let me just see if I can make sense of this.
And right now, is it full? Is it a full gut right now? Is that what you said? Is it gutted out?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much a full gut. I mean, it's probably got a little bit more to do, but not much.
Okay. Don't need to do any more demo though, right?
Not much of anything. I mean, I would do any demo that needs to be done myself, you know, with my buddy, because it's fun and easy. Let's see here. Where is the existing? Why doesn't it say somewhere? See, the plans that I have, they're no longer viable because I pulled the trigger on the roof. And which, I mean, doesn't mean you can't go up a level. You certainly could. But why would you why would I after spending so much on a nice roof, you know?
Yep.
And then when I realized, I can fit this in, I can fit a master which I was going to do anyway. I was going to make it a lot bigger. And the agents told me, they said, don't bother with that because there's a lot of people who either want a small starter home or retirees that don't need a lot of space.
Don't need a lot of space.
They won't have a lot of, they won't have a lot of yard to mow. It's a great location. And so that's kind of won me over because I thought, why not, you know?
Yep.
Just make it all one level.
Yep.
Let's see here. What do I got here? 2010.
So it's a full gut.
Okay. It says gross area of the base, gross area is 852 square feet. So very tiny.
So
that's for the basement. House gross area, 866. Garage area was 187. That was the existing floor plan.
So we're looking at about 1,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
Just shy of 1,100.
Small.
All right, and it's a full gut,
small.
right?
And obviously, what's that?
It's a full gut, you said.
Yeah, it had a fireplace. One of those, not really a fireplace, but one of those. You know, it's an old house, so it had the type that you burn coal or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we took that out completely because that was useless, and we had to do the roof. I don't know if we still left some of the remnants in the basement of that. It has the old Octopus HVAC. Honestly, I would, as much as those things are great, you can keep for a long time. It's just such an eyesore, and I could get it running with my HVAC guy, but I would rather just replace it, to be honest.
Got it.
But yeah, my budget is 150.
150.
And I could move in I could move in probably before I spend that.
Got it.
But right now, it's impossible to live there. The taxes, I don't know what the taxes are. They're probably 2,000 something.
Got it. And then that property you said that sold for, that was half a block away. Do you have the address for that one?
Not. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I have it here. Yeah, I actually do.
That would be great.
928 Grant Street.
928.
Yeah, you can double check.
Yeah, let me double check, because if your
We
numbers
basically
make
bought
sense.
new pictures.
By the way, while I'm looking this up, are you constantly adding more rental properties in your portfolio?
If I can find, well, I just added one in December, and yeah, I would like to add another one. I mean, I'm not, I manage another import company with offices in different countries, and so it keeps me busy.
Got it.
I only have the time, the bandwidth to really focus on one a year.
Got it.
And also there's the cash flow issue.
Yep. Well, let me ask you this: the 150 that you had budgeted for this, are you adding a bedroom and a bathroom?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Absolutely, that's in my budget. Yeah.
Okay, so that's with your budget. Okay, so if you,
the concrete, and I'm doing it the Wisconsin way, where you get as many friends as you can that are in the trades to do it. You pay them, and basically, I would pull the permits. I wouldn't hand it over, because as soon as you hand it over to a general contractor, not only do they pad everything, they're making hand over fist, and they're adding 30% off on top of whatever they're being charged. So that's ridiculous. I've been in the trades long enough to know not to do that, and not to use local construction workers, because that doesn't make any sense unless they're friends.
got it. And this thing sold.
But that's just the way. I'm not you're from California. At least your number shows up, and you just the past 2 years I've gotten nothing but emails, postcards, phone calls, you name it. I've gotten letters about offers on the property, but it's usually people want something easy and easily investable. I'm an investor, so why would I? It's just I'm not a good one to buy from, frankly.
Yep. No, I understand. And I always say,
I'm not going to get a good deal from an investor either. It's just the way it is, because they know they can get better and they can do better, and you're going to want to help you. The last one and she told me, and it was kind of a dish. She said, because I know her, she's local. She said, "Oh, I would have to put in $200,000 to do that, because I like things done well." I mean, come on. So the insinuation is I don't like things done well. Look at my property. My rentals are great. I fix everything on the spot, and I put in quality stuff. My tenants love me. So I didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, whatever. But come on, 200,000. What are you're either overpaying or you're lying, and it's really 150, but you want to make an extra 50. And you're not sure what the market will do. That I get. Honesty I get, because I know the area, and she's not even from here.
Yep.
I grew up here, so I know this area.
Yep.
And it's not a dumb thing to have a property here. It's 10 blocks from the lake, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Well, you don't even have to deal with traffic.
Well, let me.
You don't have to deal with traffic. You drive out there's a highway, and on the way to the highway that you get onto to go to Chicago or Milwaukee, there's a grocery store and there's a popular restaurant. And you know what I'm saying? There's advantages. There's banks.
Absolutely.
So it's a great property.
Well, let me ask you. I know you said you've had, if I heard you correctly earlier, you've had some offers. Do you have any wiggle room at all with that number of yours, the 165?
Depends on the speed, because again, my guy's delayed. He was supposed to start middle of June, and it's now we're approaching middle of July, and he hasn't started. So on the siding, my maintenance guy, so he's behind schedule. As soon as he starts, there's no wiggle room, because we're just going to go up. Everything I invest, I'm going to hand over.
Well,
Like
what,
I bought extra shingles because when we did the roof, I'm like, well, I know we're going to do the garage and the master, so I bought extra shingles and I put those in the basement.
well, how's
I
this?
kept the wood, you know.
Oh.
When we did the terrace, you know, I kept the wood because it's a great wood, you know. It's got wood floors. I kept the pieces of that, you know.
Absolutely. Well, how's this? I mean, I don't think your number's that far off. I mean, I looked at the comps. I think you're dead on. It can sell for anywhere from 370 to 390, assuming that we, you know, if we added bedroom and bathroom, right? We got to turn that into 3.2 in order for it to be in that price point. Because there's another property other than the one that you said was at that sold for 390.
Right.
But it is a 3.2 as well.
Saw another one.
Yeah, it's a 3.2 as
Yeah.
well. Well, the one that you pointed out, that one got sold last year actually. So the
Okay,
one
how much is sell for?
that was no that the one that you sold, the one that you told me was June 3, 2024, sold for 390.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And so
And that was 390.
yeah.
Okay, then my memory is right. Yeah, because I do remember last year it sold, and they've had a renter, and I've never met the tenants, but I wanted to see what type of tenants are going to pay $3,000 a month. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, if I can close on this by the end of the month or sooner, as soon as title clears, I'll buy it as is, so you don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'll finish the job, and I'll pay cash, so you don't have to worry about pre-approval. I'm not doing any creative, none of that stuff. Just straight up cash deal. I mean, what's the best price that you think you can do from an investor to investor?
You're not going to like it. It's you make me an offer.
I like your style. No, but I always like talking to other investors because at the end of the day, it's all numbers, right? And
Look,
if
I'm not going to
it
hold
doesn't work, it
to
doesn't
you.
work.
You tell me what you're thinking, and I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Well,
not going to defend it, and
yeah,
you shouldn't be either.
of course.
Tell me what you're thinking. I already gave you lots of information.
Yeah, I'll give you exactly what I'm thinking right now. So the way I'm looking at it is, if I turn this into a 3.2, I can sell it, like I said, between 370 and 390. So let's just say 380. Okay. You're looking at $150,000 of repairs. I think I'm right on there as well. I was actually calculating it about 135. So pretty close, right? I mean, 10, 15,000
But
easily
you're going to want a nice
evaporates.
cushion, you know. You're going to want maybe 20% on the deal at least.
Well, so that's the thing, right? I mean, obviously I got to pay closing costs twice now and when I sell it, and I got to pay realtor fees then, and then I also have carrying costs, right? And you know this because you're a realtor
I don't know
yourself.
why you do that. I don't know why you do that. I don't know why you would do that. Dude, not only do I have properties, I manage other people's properties, and I do it well.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that. And I charge nothing. You know what I charge? I'm an idiot. I charge the following. I charge 1 month rent a year, and then if things go well and I don't have a pain in the ass to work with as an owner, I charge half a month's rent a year.
Yeah.
After that, here's what I do for it. I take calls at all hours. I jump on the problem. If it's a no-brainer, I get it done with my money, right? I get the fix done. If it's not a no-brainer and there's some options or it's a serious thing, I reach out to the owners, you know?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, I understand.
Why do I do it? The reason I do it is because I want to protect, the value of a property, my friend, is not the property itself. It's the neighborhood. And the value of the neighborhood is the neighbors. So the better you can stay on top of these things, make the tenants happy, then they want to stay. And you say, okay, you can stay, but you got to stop pissing off the neighbors.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying,
I
but in this
want to control.
In this particular case, I won't keep it as a rental. I will flip it. And so just to be able to, because with the one,
your money, do what I say.
yeah, with $150,000 of repairs, I mean, my all-in number would be, over 250,000, right? So close to 300 actually. So if I'm risking 300,000, I got to get some, some decent return there, right? And I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to get a 50% return or anything, but I'm looking anywhere from 25 to 30% return. So just shoot you straight. I probably need to be.
I'm not. I've learned to be a little less greedy on that. and that's why I don't flip houses, because I know you have to. You probably, most people feel they need more.
Yep.
But like when I do rentals, I'm happy to get 20%. I don't get that anymore, but I don't care because it's easy.
No,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand. And if I were to keep it as a rental, I agree with you. That being said, I am looking at this as a
But
flip.
you have to have the capital. You have to have the capital for that, obviously, because you have to allow, tie up money. So obviously, that's why I don't have hundreds of properties.
Yep.
I want to use my own money. But
So-
no, I'm with you.
So for this, I
what's
would
your offer?
I would probably have to be like in the 120s for this.
No, I wouldn't. No, not even close. No, the lowest that I wanted to go. The lowest I want to go is 160. However, I could be persuaded to 155, and that's the absolute. But that's closing quickly, so that I can turn the ship around. What we're already looking to invest.
155.
And yeah, that's the absolute low, because that would have to be real quick, because I need to stop, what's in motion.
What's really quick for you? 2 weeks?
I'd have to know within a week. I mean, I'm a man of my word, so I'd have to know within a week, and then we'd have to close soon after that, or not too soon, but I'd have to. I mean, because I don't know anything from Adam.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
so-
Yep.
But I'm a man of my word, so like if I say something, I gotta stick with it.
Yep.
But like it or not. But that's what I'm saying. So that gives me a chance to change my mind, because when I talk to individuals about this, when I'm talking about individuals, I'm talking about not co-investors, but fellow investors, I should have said, and real estate agents. No one's saying to dump the property. Why? Because if a human wants to buy a lot to build a house now in Lake Geneva, you know what? They got to pay a $10,000 impact fee.
Yep.
Do you understand?
Yep.
That's on top. It's on top of your permit.
So Chris,
It's like you don't get it. I mean, so what I'm being told is don't demolish it. And anyone who gets this and demolishes it is dumb. They just don't know that they're going to have to pay a $10,000 impact fee, which why do that,
Yep. So Chris,
It's not the place to put a multi-million-dollar property on.
how's this? I can meet you in the middle. I mean, 155 is just. I was really hoping you would say on the top end I can do 140 on this.
No. I mean, that if I were to take that, I mean, look at my side of it. Is it worth $290 to me? Absolutely, in spades, because it's a better property when I'm done with it than whatever else has. And does it allow a lot of wiggle room for profit? No, but could I get my rent back? I could get it back in rents. If I were to stick to a 150 and accept, what you're saying. Or valued, I should say, valued as, what did you say, 140, 145? If I were to accept, I think you said 145, but if I were to accept that, and I'm talking 295, and do I really believe, if I bought it at 295 in the condition that I'm going to put it in, if they're getting 3,000, and that's a big if, I wouldn't start there. But I've already got tenants that rent above $2,500 a month, and they're not as nice, area, and they don't have it's not brand new, they're just well maintained.
Got it. Okay.
So that's where my head is. So that's why I'm thinking, I don't mind talking to you because I learn a lot, but consistently I find it's just not, because I'm an investor too, and not too different from you. You're dealing, when I buy a new house, this latest one, because it's been such a horrible year for my main company, it's a buddy that sold it to me, and I told him I wouldn't give him a good deal, and he gave it a deal because his father was like about
you bought it for $100,000, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, that property, that was not a great deal in my opinion. That was out of desperation for that was a location situation, because the other properties that I own, I didn't have the heart to kick out the tenant.
Well, Chris,
and they're
Chris, sorry to cut you off there.
That was done.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, but let me ask you this. I mean, the 155 just will not do it for me. Is there a number below that you can do? Meet me somewhere in the middle between 140 and 155 when you got yourself a deal.
Dude, man, I said 160. I said 155. 150, that's it. I'm not going to go lower. I'm not going to pay the closing costs. I already have to finish paying off the taxes. The only reason I didn't pay the taxes in full this year is because I was not happy about their evaluation.
I'm paying the closing costs on this. I'll pay all the closing costs. So how's this? I can do 140, or sorry, not 140, 150. But here's what I need from you. A couple of things. One, I will do a closing date on it on the, can we do like the 29th or the 30th?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we'll do a closing date on the 30th, but from an investor, man, what I will do is I just need to get my guys in there. I need to get and the reason why I'm okay with the 150 is I need to get that. If I can get that rehab cost lower than the 150, I think I can make that 150 work. So what I will do as a promise to you is I don't want to hold you up all the way to the 30th and then leave you at the altar on the 25th hour, right? So what I'll do is you just give me between now and next Friday, just for me to be able to get my guys in there, get my eyes in there. I'm going to have to get multiple bids. And I'm also going to send my, a few of my local partners.
But I would give you my,
go ahead.
I would give you my HVAC guy, that contact. And I don't know who you're using, if you're just using local people that you either work with or I don't know where they come from, but my favorite person as far as like quality and price, the HVAC guy. But you get your bids in. I had a construction, 2 investors that were in construction, and they passed on it. They didn't make an offer, and I thought that was fine. Because I realized I don't think they have tradesmen that they can rely on for a good deal in the area. I think a lot of people just overcharge because they feel like they have to. But I speak Spanish fluently, so I can use Mexican from here to 50 miles away. That'll come to a great job and undercharge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
So that's how I get things. That's how I can manage my property so well, and because I can get people quickly and I can get it done at a reasonable rate. And I think that's because of my language skills with the Hispanic community. I mean, I'm not against using white folks either, but hey, in this area, they tend to overcharge because they're used to the multi-million-dollar contracts.
That's right. So here's what I'll do.
I won't hold my breath, but I will have to make a decision because I need to make a decision with my maintenance guy,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll tell him our conversation, but I'm not going to want to hold off too long, if you know what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you just give me till next Friday, and the only reason why I asked till next Friday is just because I don't hold their calendars. You know what I mean? It's got to take some time, some coordination. So
yeah, I know it could happen sooner, but yeah.
Yeah, it can happen sooner. If I can get my guys in there this week, I'll make my decision by the end of the week. You know what I mean? But I'm just giving myself enough runway just in case.
I'll have someone from my office.
Yeah, what's your email address? Here's what I'll do. I'll send you an agreement. It's an agreement today, obviously. And I will put 150. It's pretty straightforward. You've seen a lot of these contracts, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Mine are no nonsense. I've done them and they're no nonsense. I like it simple.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't care.
Mine is
You
only
gotta-
mine's only 2 pages, so you'll definitely like it a lot. Pretty straightforward. All it's saying is that, hey, one thing that I do need from you, by the way, is would you happen to have any pictures of the property right now?
Oh boy. It looks like crap. So no, I don't know if I do. I have to look around.
I mean, it's gutted, so I know it's gonna look crap, but it'd be great if I can just have some pictures, because I do like to send them to my GCs and my partners, so at least they get an idea before walking in there.
I mean, if you send me an email, I can forward that to my guy in the warehouse and have him run over there and
Yeah.
get a bunch of pictures. I get upstairs.
The first number that I gave you, the first number that I called you, that was your cell phone?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, cool. I can text you there. And then as far as access to be able to walk in there and get some pictures, what's the situation? Can we put a lockbox? Can you put a lockbox on there, or do you have like a representative?
Yeah, we're 5 or 6 minutes away. My company,
Okay.
my warehouse is very close, convenient, and as soon as I get a call and someone says they're close by, if I can't go, I send someone from my warehouse.
Okay, so in other words, you're good to go on that one.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, usually we'll give you like a 24-hour notice, but some of these guys will just, sometimes they tell me they can't make it on a Wednesday, and then all of a sudden they can make it on a Wednesday. You know what I mean? The day of 15 minutes before.
Yeah, I don't care. We're, like I said, we're 6 minutes away at most.
Got it. Okay.
If someone's in, they wanna, then we'll, it's one of us can get away. That's not a big deal.
Perfect. Okay. I'll go ahead and send this over to you shortly. You'll get it in your inbox probably in the next 5 minutes or so. And then what I do is I just have a closing date on 7:30 or sooner, and then I will let you know by next Friday whether we're good or not. If in case everything keeps coming back above 150, then obviously I won't be able to do that, right? But I know your number and I know where we need to be, so I just need to make sure that my bids get low enough so I can hit that number. Cool.
Yep, sounds good.
All right.
Remind me of your name.
Yep, my name is Caesar, and I will text you. I will text you right now my email address, so you can just go ahead and send over those pictures, and then also just very quickly as far as next steps go. As soon as you sign, I'll sign, and then you'll get a copy of the fully executed doc. And then once everything's signed, I'll have my TC reach out to you just to introduce herself. Her name is Paula. So she's my TC. She'll be the liaison between you and title. And then I'll also have one of my guys who's in charge of scheduling the walkthroughs with the GCs and the local partners. I'll have them reach out to you, introduce themselves to you as well via text, and that way you've got all of our information.
But Cesar, is it Caesar or Cesar? Are you Latino?
I'm Filipino, so it's Caesar.
Oh yeah, gotcha, got it. Tagalog.
Tagalog, you got Caesar, it.
Well, lots of Filipinos speak Spanish because it's an easy language.
That's right.
When you speak Tagalog.
Yep.
But anyway, it's amalgamation of Polynesian, French, and Spanish from Spain. But Caesar, just answer me this. I'm not challenging you. I'm just asking. Why bother signing the document if you're not even sure yet until you do the walkthrough? Why not just do the walkthrough and then, the document's in place, but then sign it? What are your thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying? Great
question, man. And I'll tell you the reason why. I used to do that, and then I got burnt twice, and I told myself I'd never do it again. I actually spent. I'm sorry.
Because people change their mind, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I actually did an inspection report, which It was out in Austin, Texas, so it cost me $1,000 to do. And then when I came back and I said, "Hey, man, everything checked out. You told me exactly the current condition, so we're good to go at that number." The guy goes, "Sorry, dude, I took another offer, and I just can't do that." So moving
I
forward,
hear you.
either we get an agreement or we
Yeah.
don't. You know what I mean? It's just my process now.
That's wise. And truth be told, that could happen because it would not be strange. It would just be the way things go. I mean, I never know if someone's. I also have other properties that are vacant, you know. So
Mhm.
I'm constantly getting calls on different properties, postcards. So yeah, I could see that. I'd feel horrible if I did that, but I understand why people, you know, if they're not bound by something, they could do that. So good for you. Okay, well, I got your text. So I don't know what to do except respond to your text with an email to make sure you got it, because that's what I'll need to receive.
Mhm.
And what you're, I mean, I don't know. Today we're busy, so I don't know if I can get them over today to take pictures. But
Yeah, if you can get them to
see
me,
what-
if you can get them to me like by tomorrow, that would be great. Because I'm gonna start making calls. I'll have my guys start making calls probably today, to start scheduling the walkthroughs. So if you can get them into me by tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, that would be great. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. I mean, I'll try. I tell you, people ask me for pictures of my rentals, and I only have one of one. And you know, by the time I get around to doing it, it's already rented by, you know, and I have a line of tenants. So I learned to tell them, hey, don't hold your breath, man. You know, I'm busy, and my prices are good for a reason, because I keep busy doing other things that actually make me money.
Yeah.
But I'm passionate about being a landlord, so I don't mind making the bare minimum.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Chris, it was great talking to you, man. I gotta go ahead and call some other folks right now, but I'll
Okay.
send this over to you right now.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Bye. Jesus, that took a long time. That was 43 minutes. Tyler, you can unmute yourself. Hyro, if you guys are on a call. Make sure I got everything correctly here. Crew representative. Just want to make sure. Yep, sounds good. All right, so one contract sent. Let's go. Oh no. Why did it? Oh, what just happened? It didn't do the correct. Let me see if it made an agreement. It made a typo, guys. Guys, that was quite a bit of a call. If you guys were listening, what are your thoughts? Should I have cut it off sooner? Let me know what your thoughts are. Subject property. Yep. Oh, I can't believe I made a mistake. I double, triple checked and I made a mistake on it. Les, yeah, it's never too long when it results in a contract. I was actually feeling pretty comfortable with it because his rehab is 150,000, and his realtors were right. Like he doesn't need to put in that much worth of work to get that up and running to a 3.2. For a full gut, it's about 62,000. So you add $25,000 for a bathroom. So that brings it up to 87. And then you can add another $13,000 for an extra bedroom. So that would get the rehab cost to 100,000, not 150. And with 380 ARV, $100,000 of repairs, closing costs, holding costs, and get about a $75,000 profit on a $300,000 investment. So we're looking at a 24%, pretty much 25% profit there. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's see. All right, guys. Sorry, this is going to take me a while, guys, because I have to delete this, and I'm using a new CRM. While I'm doing this, do you guys have? We've got quite a bit of people. You guys have any questions on that? Any feedback? I'd really appreciate it. Let me know. So let's clone this. This will clear the signature fields. Oh, there it is. Delete. Where was the lead from? This was a speed to lead. All right, so we got the sender. Oh, what is going on in here, guys? Why? I deleted the wrong one. That's just great. Was it a sale lead? Yes. I never buy Just FYI, I never buy an exclusive lead. All right. Legal description. Is the legal description correct now? $150's in there. That's in there. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. This is a cash deal. Let's say by tomorrow. Closing date is on the 30th. TBD. What happened to these guys? These guys haven't muted themselves in a while. Less too expensive. I would say so. I mean, if I'm gonna pay that much money for an exclusive lead, I'd rather just have my own PPC campaign, which I do have. That I will pay that much for, especially if it's a person who's on my website filling out a form, right? That being said, with these guys, with the PPLs, it's just not worth that much. Especially if the leads is either a PPC or if it's been cold called. So I don't want to pay a cold call lead for $300 or whatever it may be.
Got that one, baby. Novation.
Nice.
That was basically exactly what I was just talking about. But that place actually, it's kind of big. It has 80-some thousand people, but
Yeah.
let's send it.
Well, I got mine too.
You got that deal?
Yep.
Sick. Well, there's two. This one was in Arkansas.
Oh Lord, hallelujah.
Dude, honestly, I don't even look at this. Like, I just now realized what state it's in. Like, I don't even look. Like, I just look right there in that immediate area, and
Yep.
I just go with it.
So this guy is he's estimating his rehab cost to be $150,000. But then I'm looking at all the properties that were rehabbed, right? And they're not HGTVs. I mean, they're just like literally rent ready, and people are paying top dollar for it. And I'm like, I don't think you need $150,000 on this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll agree with you.
Okay. 190. Let's see, Shelby. Bang bang. Now it's Hyro's turn.
It's Hyro's turn.
Arkansas. It's a 5-bed, 2-bath. That's why I'm like, it's just kind of unique. Dude, I'm hooked right now on As Is Novations. Like, I'm fucking hooked.
Yeah.
Like these rural ones, dude. I'm all over it. All right, send.
Yeah. Dude, I absolutely love the fact that I can actually send my contracts via text. Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah. Do you have to do it through like DocuSign?
Nope.
Oh, is it in your CRM or something?
Yep.
Nice. What are you in now? Sales cycle or?
Cycle sales. I'm back to cycle sales. You know it, dude. So I got a couple of questions here, Les. Do Do I buy leads that already have been bought like by 4+ people? Yes. I usually don't even look at how many, because if they haven't locked them up yet, for me that's gold. And if they've locked them up, that's also gold, because 9 out of 10 it won't make it to the finish line. So in other words, the others are doing half of my job. So hopefully that makes sense.
Damn it.
Hyro. Oh, dude, Hyro's getting a contract signed too.
Unmute,
Nice.
Buck. Fuck, everybody's getting contracts on mute. Nobody's gonna believe us. They're gonna be like, MTU people get contracts, but they go off on mute. So,
Well, it's my fault because I was on the phone for 40 minutes. But I did lock up a deal that wasn't on mute, so at least we have one.
where was yours?
Wisconsin.
So we got a Wisconsin and Arkansas. So Hyro's probably got like a South Dakota.
Yep. No, it's the correct version because.
Oh, shit.
Sweet.
Okay, contract out, AIF out.
All right, let's see if anyone else has done it. Where do people get Novation contracts? Jude, there's really not not so much of a Novation contract, but you just need the well, let me rephrase that. The contract that we use, which is from TU, you can use it with the attorney in fact one pager, which just gives you the authority to list it on the market. That being said, that one page has to be notarized. The purchase sale agreement does not, but the attorney in fact does. So you just add it on there. What does RJ Bates use for filters on speed to lead? For me, I just look for Full Gut and Remodel. I know RJ likes Tired Landlord, so he'll put that on there as well. So for me, just Full Gut or Remodel for the repairs. I want to make sure that they are the owner and that it's not listed on the market. That's what I usually do. Tyler, do you do anything differently?
I was in the zone, but I heard something about novations and contracts. The one I just sent, I sent a purchase contract and I sent an AIF. Mine's literally like that big.
Yeah, which is an attorney in fact, guys. That's what he meant by that.
Actually, I can show you right now. Well, no, I can't because I have.
You have information on there.
Yeah, but actually, I can tell you. So this one's just like, the seller agrees. Limited and specific authorization for Tyler Osborne to be my attorney in fact. He will have full power and authority to undertake the following acts. Then it's like permission to list on MLS, market it, and just says you can put it anywhere.
Exactly.
The way I pitched it, my cash offer there was 170. She wouldn't budge off 200. Okay, I'll do it, but I'm gonna list it.
Perfect. Awesome.
I always definitely still anchor with the cash.
Yep.
She might be watching me right now. I told her, well, I always send sellers. So here's something you may or may not do, Caesar, or anybody on here that I do. I have a SMS template that just says, it has my Blink contact card. and it's it's clickable. I did it through like Claude and shit where you can make it clickable. And it has like all my company websites, my YouTube, my Facebook, I have a book, like everything about me to where like here it is. And then I don't have to do anything else. If that don't work,
I do the same
like
thing.
The other day, some lady was all sketched out and I was like, do you want to FaceTime me? And she was like, not really. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do the same thing. I did create 2 Blink cards though, one for other real estate investors. The other one, I don't have my YouTube on there, my YouTube link. And the only reason is because I do a lot of live seller calls. And the last thing I wanted to be like, hey, my story was aired out. You know, even though there's no
too, but I see RJ do it, and sometimes he'll say like that one guy that he called into you, like, you're live right now in front of 100 people. And he didn't even say nothing. Like, I'd be pissed if I was on the other end. But so funny enough, I actually just seen one of your contracts just come into my CRM.
Oh, nice.
Stockport. Oh, that's the land, I think, the Ohio one.
No.
Oh wait, no, it's not. That's the
you guys ended up taking it?
It's in my CRM.
Nice.
Contract, so
let's go. So I guess the underwriting went well. We did it right this time. Whew.
I guess I don't know. If you get past our underwriting, that means it should be a deal. It's not quite as tough as Travis and Claude, but
yeah. Well, I've been working a lot on Tim, and he's progressed a lot, bro. Now all of his deals that he gets to me is literally under 50% of ARV, and I'm so happy.
I heard him seemed like one of the first days he ever called, and I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Like, I never was like, I always thought he was pretty good.
Once you press finish, I'll be able to tell you. And you should get a copy. What was that? Yeah, a dot and sign. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, I just got it back, and you should receive it back. So yeah, everything is signed. So what we will do now is we will contact the title company. We will call you tomorrow, and then we'll see when you're ready for the inspection. Okay. If anything you need, you can call this number. Either I will pick up or my partner will. But looking forward to do this for you and get this done, okay? All right, Judy, take care of yourself. If you have any question, you can always call or text us, okay? All right. Have a great one.
You want to call Texas?
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
That's how BBC works, bro. That's insane.
Here's going to be another Novation, probably. I've never heard of this town. Oh, wait. I got to call off my cell phone.
It was muted. I had to use this monitor. And I didn't know if they were in a call.
Did you record it?
Yeah, nice recording on his YouTube.
It's money. Your money, bro.
You gotta find out. Because that was...
Yo, when it's a 20K fee, you're waiting for them to sign. I went through every objection in the book. Every single objection.
Yup. You know it, dude.
Automated voice messaging system.
You better.
All right, let me recomp this. Make sure the numbers are right. Yeah, that's for sure. I just don't know how that house looks. If it's that thing.
Well, good news, guys, is we all locked up a deal.
For real?
All three of us.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
That's not enough though. That's expected.
That
Now-
is expected.
Now we're like to the bar. Like, are we really going to be good today or not?
Well, good news is I've got plenty of time now in my hands.
Dude, I feel so good after getting a contract for the day because that's my goal is one a day. So now I'm like, now I can go walk outside and get some sun.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm like, it bugs me so bad. And if I don't, tomorrow I'm like, I need two. And
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
something I found, like, so it's 2:00 here. I got a contract. I found like if I get one at like 11, I always get a second, like always with the
Yeah.
momentum.
Well, the momentum, your confidence, you just it all adds up.
Energy, yeah.
Energy. You have a pep in your step. You know, you got some swag.
Oh yeah,
Um,
swag it up.
dude, I'm freaking stoked about this one.
Okay.
Hyro, how
Yeah.
much would you put for adding a bedroom and adding a bathroom?
Depends where.
Wisconsin.
What part?
I don't know, Lake Geneva.
Hold on. I got a buy in Wisconsin.
Do you?
Lake.
I got it under 50% of ARV. Assuming my ARV is correct.
Hello.
Hey, is this Russell?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Russell, this is Tyler Osborne. I was just giving you a call because it looked like you filled out my form looking to sell a place on Gravel Pit Road.
That is correct, sir.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll get her pulled up here. And what were you looking to get for it?
I'd like to have as much as possible, but we're thinking around 200. It's a duplex basically right now, sitting on 12 acres.
Okay.
It has a large shop. We call it a she shed, but there's a small building behind it.
Okay. Can you just tell me a little bit more about, kind of what's going on?
Okay. Well, we're just tired of being landlords. We don't have the bottom ready to rent, so it's costing us money each month. And just this past weekend, my wife had a mild heart attack, so I'm just tired of messing with it.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, she's doing fine. Ain't nothing. They didn't find anything major, but it's enough to keep her in the hospital 3 days.
Yeah. Well, that's good then.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully she continues to get better.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So the bottom one you said, or one of them's not ready.
Yeah, the bottom one's not. The upstairs is a 1 bed, 1 bath. And then originally it was just a single house with a spiral staircase, and it was laid out so weird. Right at the end of the kitchen countertop was a spiral staircase going downstairs, and it just interrupted the flow of everything. I have upstairs is rented to a Gulf War veteran. He's kin to my wife, and he is a very good renter. But downstairs it's got old dark paneling, and we started painting some of it white, and just needs to be a good cleaning downstairs and everything finished on it.
Okay.
But it can be 2 to 3 bedroom if needed, but right now it's a 2 bed, 1 bath, laundry room. Both of them have a laundry room. It's good size. The upstairs is about 1,100 and the downstairs is about 1,250, I think.
Okay. And what are you renting the one for right now?
Too low right now, but he had lost his other renter because the landlord died, or his other house he was renting, and we're getting 550. We're thinking it can go for 750 easy.
Okay. Let's see. So I wouldn't have to do anything major like the roof.
The upstairs. No, the roof is fine. And I've got a couple gutter screws I got to put in. I just noticed that some of the nails backed out, and I replaced them with screws. but it's pretty easy to get. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to the house. It's got 2 separate driveways. That's one thing I like about it. Like I said, there's 2 outbuildings, and then there's a carport on for the upstairs, and then there's the big shed like you would park a big camper under. If you don't know if you know, I'm familiar with, but
Yeah.
back behind it too. But there's also between our property and the next neighbor on the road, there's a running creek that has water in it almost all year. A
Okay.
lot of people like to have access, nature like that. There's deer and turkeys, coyotes, foxes, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. And you said you were wanting what again? Sorry.
I like to have 200,000 out of it, but as much as possible,
Yeah.
I hate to shoot a price, but we think that's extremely reasonable. What we're wanting to do is pay for what we got in it, plus the down payment we put down on it when we purchased it from the individual.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So would you say, I mean, if you had to put a number on the rehab, what do you think I would put into it?
Now you're asking a funny question because I'm a plumber, electrician, and I can do it all construction wise. My health ain't the best right now to do it, but I think in materials, oh shoot, under 10 or 12, and then labor, whatever. If you got a crew or if you hire somebody, that's going to be in on that part,
Yeah.
But when the downstairs basement, it could use a new toilet. The vanity's okay. It's got a little corner shower thing that's not bad. But probably the major, and kitchen cabinets and appliances if you want to put appliances in it. But it had a leak before we got it and literally ruined a bunch of stuff in the basement. The other person had it before us, had a bunch of pipes freeze. He has a renter, kicked it out, and they didn't kick it out. They didn't pay their electric bill. And, of course, all the heat was off. I need to add to it. I got memory issues. I do have brain damage. I apologize for backing up. I was going to put those ductless mini splits in the basement.
Okay.
There's no major heat down there right now or air conditioning because they had a packaged gas unit sitting outside that was bad completely. We tried to turn it on, it fried a breaker and everything, and I brought my AC guy in. He said, "Oh, don't even try it," because it was burned up inside, so we don't know what happened, but it made, people, it was weird. People that lived there when we bought it, we ended up having to evict them because they wasn't paying anything. But they was, at one time, didn't have no water, no electricity. It was crapping in buckets and peeing outside. Yeah.
Okay.
That was fun to clean up. But the upstairs, we did completely, we brought it up to livable standards. I didn't make it luxurious or none of that. It was just a single guy was trying to get it ready for. It's got decent cabinets, but they are dated. The kitchen is kind of small, but it's just a one bed. It's not big enough for a big family. The dining, the living room, and all that. I might be able to, if let me get my computer on here. I can take a picture and send you an AutoCAD drawing of the layout upstairs, I believe.
Yeah.
That would help you.
Yeah, and then if you have any other pictures of it, like outside or inside the unit, that would be awesome.
I gotta go get them. The downside, it needs to be mowed real bad. I gotta drive them over. It's only 800 feet from where I live.
Oh, nice.
But to get there, I gotta go almost a quarter mile around and get my lawnmower over there.
Oh.
Haven't been doing it here lately. But some large trees in the front yard, a couple in the backyard. It's a pretty good place, from where it's at. We bought the property, was wanting to build a house on it, but I just decided against that now, just the way our health is.
Yeah. Well, in your opinion, once I fix it up, what do you think it'd be worth?
The sale?
Yeah.
We about a Zillow price, they're saying it's worth about $305, $310.
Yeah.
And that's there's a lot of, we're in a very Yeah, I see you're from calling from Ohio. Are you actually in Ohio?
Yeah, I'm in Southern Ohio.
Okay, that ain't too far. We got to go in a couple days to Louisville, so I'm not too far from you.
Oh,
But
nice.
we are 30 miles from the city of Owensboro, Kentucky. It's due north. We are 16 miles from Madisonville, Kentucky. We're 45 miles from Hopkinsville, 50 miles from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, about 60 miles from Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're a good central location to a lot of population, you know. I can be in Elizabethtown, Kentucky in an hour, and in under 2 hours be in Louisville. But that's why a lot of people, the town it's actually in, it's called Bremen, but the mail route is Central City, Kentucky.
Okay.
But the city of Bremen, for some strange reason, and I couldn't tell you why, the property values are higher. And the only thing I can figure is it's because of the location. Nobody, I've talked to my wife's cousin, a realtor, and she really don't even know. She said people just like their stuff in Bremen. But yeah, it's I mean, we're negotiable on that price, but I think you could get $275 or $300 as is if you wanted to. But just because of I know of a couple of 10-point deer and stuff been shot right there behind the house.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's
so deer hunters could really like that part, but it's just quite a bit in the area. It's same town or county sheriff lives in, if that means anything to you.
Yeah.
But it's I can try to get these drawings up, but I can try to get you some pictures and stuff a little bit later today. I'm not gonna lie to you. We got a couple of people gonna call me about it too. I'm trying to see what we can possibly get, and just do the best we can to get out under it sooner than later.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, I am interested here.
Are you an individual or a company?
I mean, I have companies, but I own my companies. Just me and.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, buddy. I just like to ask because we did call one a couple weeks ago, and they was actually a realtor and wanted to list it. And I said, no, that's not what I want to do. I could do that here. Yeah,
no, I'm going to. I actually just sent you a text now, so you can check it out after. But yeah, I own my companies, just small, it's just me and my fiance here, 2 boys. But you can check that out. It also has like my personal Facebook and stuff, so you can see who you're dealing with.
Okay.
But so yeah, I am interested. I don't think I can do the 2, but I'm not far off of you here.
Okay.
So yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my other companies. You'll see on there. Yeah, you'll see on there. But so I mean, I could tell you a little bit about me too and my process. So say we agreed to a price here. What it would look like is I'll just send over a simple 2-page agreement. Very easy. Like I said, I'm a Southern Ohio boy, so we got to keep it simple. Then once I sent that, we would sign it. After that, if you could shoot me over pictures, just a couple of each room, outside. Then we would figure out a good day or time that works for you. And then we just come check it out. We just do, 10-15-minute walk around. We don't come do no big inspection. Just basically make sure a tree didn't fall through the roof or, earthquake didn't come through since we spoke.
Do you video call or anything like that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, if you want.
I could do that if need be, and go around and show you the outside and stuff. We do got a bunch of cleaning that we got to do in the downstairs. So before I take any pictures, I'm gonna get my shit out of there. Excuse my language.
You're good. Yeah. Well, really, for pictures would work better for me. That way, I just have them. And I don't have to have a memory of them. If you wanted to send a video though too, that's fine. But yeah, just some pictures, maybe a walkthrough video. But so yeah, that's me. I would just send a 2-page agreement. We sign it, send pictures. We come check it out. Obviously, we use a title company to protect you and us. And then we're just, waiting on them to do their job, and then we get you paid. So super easy, super simple. So with that being said, I guess, like I said, I can't do the 200. I don't think I'm too far, but so if I did all the, paid your closing cost and the title fees, and, there's no realtor commissions, and, get rid of all that headache for you. I mean, we can close in 30 days if you want. If you need 60, 90, we can work with you. If I,
What about the upset tenant?
so did you say that was family or?
It's my wife's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So typically kind of what we do is, we'll talk to the tenant and just see like, hey, we're going to buy this. Our plan is come in, fix it up some. And then afterwards, like rent's going to bump. We don't want to throw anyone out on the streets, obviously. So we'll work with them. And just kind of see what do they want to do, what works best for them. Now, obviously, if it's like, I don't want to up my rent, even if you're fixing it or not, then we'll just have that discussion then. But as long as she's like open and willing to kind of work with us, we can figure that out. Then if she needs help finding another place, we could do that as well. Anything I can do to help it be easier. But yeah, I mean, if I did all that, I said with the paying all the costs and on your timeline, I mean, what do you think like the best number you have is net to you?
Well, if you asking me that, I'm gonna say 275, but it's because that would do me better. But what do you think? How about 185?
Let's see here, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I can do the 185, and that's me putting in here. I have a little cushion on rehab. I hope. I guess we'll see when you send pictures, but I have $20,000 in rehab here. So I mean, do you think that's about right?
Well,
I have 35, by the way.
Yeah, because you could rip all the paneling off. I would throw some blue board up and then put drywall up against it, or I forget how the outside walls are. I think they had the 2x on their flat, but just insulate between them. You could use fiberglass if you wanted to. Put drywall on top, and then the paneling on the walls on the inside, just rip it down too. And that was the drywall big. Yeah, my boss was figuring around 25, but yeah, that's us done with the stuff. But it like the AC units, I can tell you local people that can fix you up on that. I know you heard of Mr. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're based about an hour and a half from here. Their headquarters.
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Paducah, Kentucky. But I was eyeballing you can buy a package, or not a package, but a unit with the big enough that goes on the outside and 4 separate blowers on the inside for the rooms, which would cover that whole place completely and be inexpensive to use. That's our thought on it,
Okay. Let's see. For some reason, there you go. I about lost you. But yeah, I mean, let's do the 185. I don't see no reason. I think you're being fair there. I think that is a win-win. Let's see. That's
correct.
Okay, awesome. Well, what I'll do then, like I mentioned, you already got the text you said.
Yes, sir.
I'll send over a simple 2-page agreement. If you have questions, give me a call. You can also text me, but should be fairly simple. And then once you get it signed, like I said, it'll come back. Then we just need the pictures, and we'll figure out a good day to come out. Are there typically generally like good days or times that work for you, or just give you a call a couple of days ahead?
I
can let you know the days I'm available pretty far in advance, and my wife's got her appointment set up. Doctor visits is the only thing we're dealing with.
Okay. Okay.
And, but that's a major thing right now. I go to the VA down in Hopkinsville and Clarksville, Nashville, Tennessee, and it's so I know mine 6 months out usually. But
Okay.
we can we can be easy to work with, and if need be, one of us can stay here and help you with the other one if need be.
Okay. Well, and that's what I was going to say too. If it's easier for you, whatever's easiest, but if it's easier for you, if you want to just put like a lockbox on it, so I don't bug you, it's totally up to you. Just whatever's easiest, I can work around your schedule also, but if you think that's easier, that's totally fine. Other than that, I can just give you a call.
Yeah, we would like to be here just to tell you about the area and what you're dealing with, and
Yep.
from that, but there's really no issue on that either. But if it's not. Yeah, she said something to have. But another thing too is if a person really wanted to, it could be converted back to a single family one, but the steps would have to be redone in some way because it was bad design on the layout. But there's a brand new elementary school. It's 10 years old, maybe 12. Right down the school road, so it's a good school area. It's a lot of stuff that the family needs to live here. And that's something else too. It's off any main road, so if there is kids and stuff, they've got a backyard and stuff to play in. Maybe I told him already, but yeah, I'm gonna try to find a drawing for you. And have you sent an email to me or going to?
Yeah, I will. I'm actually working on it now. You'll have it within the next 5 minutes.
I was just going to send you the drawing so you would have it and kind of get an idea what it's looking like, from there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, sounds great. Like I said, I'll have you this.
Tyler, right?
Yes, Tyler.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, I'll have this email, the agreement over within 5 minutes. And then, once you send the pictures, we'll get rolling.
All right, bud. Thank you now.
Yep. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye. Bang, bang.
Did you send another one?
Yes, sir. Bang, bang. I told you.
Damn,
Fucking
son.
1, 2. Now we got 2. Let's start working. Let's try to get 3.
Why don't you just stay on the phone with him though?
I never fucking do. Like I was sitting here doing nothing, and I could have been typing a contract. I literally was just sitting here like it's just not that I don't think you should. It's just I haven't made that beat it into my head yet as part of my process. And I swear to God, I looked at you, Hyro, because I heard that last one. I said he's gonna ask me, but
does it cost you contract?
Probably maybe 10%, which is a lot, but I mean not a lot, but yeah, definitely some. I just need to start doing it. Like I said, it's just not in there yet. But I definitely need to, because I definitely do lose some deals. Yeah,
the lady I just spoke to, she said, "Can you give me a day?" And I said, "Let's go over the contract, let's read it over, and then we'll go from there." And then I just have her sign. It's getting in.
Yeah,
definitely should, and I totally agree with that.
Well, there's a reason why Tyler doesn't do it, because this guy's in the big leagues. He's got his TC sending his contracts for him. He's got someone else pushing the button. He's got someone else signing for him.
I started signing my own again.
What's your overhead in your business, Tyler? Is it a lot?
It's not a little.
I hate managing people. I just think about scaling, and I interviewed 2 VAs. I told Caesar yesterday. They're good, but having overhead is annoying.
Well, so I've actually cut overhead since say the last sorry, I was trying to do this contract. Over the last couple months, like I cut 5 or 6 VAs. We only have one, and now something that people are sleeping on, which Caesar's doing it, is the fucking affiliates, bro. Like, I've almost, well, not I, we have, we're within the next 2 months, we'll have all expenses paid for. We're getting, I mean, we have, a lot of our expenses are now covered with affiliate, or at least most of it, you know, like half off, and all of a sudden it adds up. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, I have like an affiliate link doc I have, and when people ask, I just send it. I do like these one-on-one Zooms, I send it, and because you don't know, like they might buy property leads in 2 weeks and they just have your link, or they might sign up for investor base, like. So, I mean, like our investor base, I probably got it down to people. It varies when they come in and out, but you know, less than $100 a month. Honestly, I can't say some of it, but other things are paid. Yeah, that's a huge one. I mean, even like people, like I said, they sleep on it, but like Caesar, he's like, bro, if I get one property lead referral, that's like 7 leads.
7 leads. Yeah.
You know, that's probably a deal. It is. I mean, you get 7 leads, that's a deal.
For sure.
But yeah, dude, at one point though, bro, I had so much overhead, and like it was just me at this time. I didn't have partners. Well, I had an old partner that don't count, but bro, talk about stressful. It's definitely stressful.
And does Danielle do all your dispo?
90%. Now probably 100. And the reason I say 90 was like these rural leads I'd lock up just cash. Like a lot of the times I just send it to someone, but now I'm just doing novations on them. So we'll probably just do them.
And is novation going well for you?
Well, we're in the middle of our first one.
Okay.
But like I locked it up for 40K, 50K. The realtor, which she's like the most experienced there, we talked to a few. She's listing it for 114.7.
Okay.
So that's like
40, 50,
70, and then minus our it'd be like 40, 50. The cash probably wasn't going to work. Like we weren't going to move it. We're going to move this one. Oh, it goes horrible when it's 20. You know, like
yeah.
But and it's so much less work. Like Danielle was going to grind her ass off trying to find them people. And so with me, it's like, you don't want to do novation. Like, cool. I appreciate it. I'm not the best fit. If it's somewhere else, like I think one of y'all will do, I'll be like, hey, I'll have my partner call. But like, I'm just not doing it.
I think novation's the play. Like the spread just bigger when the house is just not awful.
Yeah.
I know RJ hates it, but like I'm seeing all these novation spreads and I'm seeing all these houses that it's livable. And why why sell it to Claude when I can novate it and make more? Like,
well, that's kind of my thoughts.
Hey, Claude, did you hear that, Claude? Claude's watching.
Well, that's kind of my thoughts is like, why don't I just do what you're about to do? Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I just got to work on my pitch. I'm too straightforward.
Bro, my pitch is so fucking simple and easy. I wish so. During that one I pitched today, Caesar was on a call, but mine is so easy, dude. Like, that's what I try to do. And my one partner, Jason, is the exact opposite. So it don't work all the time, but I try to make shit the most simple it could be. Like literally the most simple. Like I don't want. And then, of course, you know how Jason is and how Jason talks. And he's like, let's do chemistry and algebra. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I just want to do like some addition. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so mine basically, I mean, just quick overview. I'm hitting them with the cash. Well, I tell them first, like, I got 2 ways here that I can do this. And I honestly don't think the cash will work. And I'll be like, because my cash, dude, I'm at like 60 grand. I was like, but I think I can get you your 90. But here's what I have to do. And I first go into it's the same exact thing as a cash deal. I pay all the closing costs, all the title fees, all the
John, can you hear me?
I'll be right out.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll
John.
be right out, okay?
Oh, you want me to call you back?
Who's this?
John, this
Yeah,
is
try
Caesar.
back. Call me back, okay?
All right, brother. All right, I'll call you back. That's the guy. Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. But yeah, I just go into it's the same as a cash offer as far as I'm going to pay all the closing costs, all of the title fees, no commissions. But the only difference here is I am going to market it out to other people. And instead of 30 days, it might be like more like 60, 90, but I can get you your number. And a lot of the times that's like my pitch, like that's it. And then they either instantly say screw off or they'll ask another question.
Yeah.
And you just go with the question. But I just pitch it. I always say also it's the middleman between cash and market. It's if you want to float in the middle with the quicker and the net and not deal with the headache.
Yeah.
Like I'll deal with the renegotiations. I'll deal with the walkthroughs. I'll deal with the only thing you have to do is sign the paper, make sure we can get access, and just close, get your information to title. Like it's the same. That may be a shitty pitch. I don't know. That's what I do.
I like it.
Like I said, I just do simple.
I like it. I just pitched one 2 days ago, and I just said, "Hey, do you care who buys it? Because my cash offer is low." And he was like, "No." So I was all right. Give me 60 days, and I'll get you this number. But it's my first pitch. If I could do one ovation a month, and then close like 3-4 cash deal, that's $100K a month. That's how I broke it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that I just tried calling, I'm trying to pitch innovation on him, but obviously couldn't talk. That's the guy that I talked to on RJ's call.
Oh yeah.
Well, RJ feels very strongly about that.
Yeah.
He says he's like, did JV with me on this one? I'm like, okay.
It's like that's the perfect scenario.
It was. And yeah, that line, I'm like, did I just come up with it that day? Like, it wasn't even a line. It just came naturally. But everyone's like, dude, that was such a good line. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, he just told me he's going to Florida. So I was like, all right, well, do you want to manage that realtor? So we'll see how that goes. All right, I got someone raising their hand, fellas. Let's go. Oh, dude, Hyro, I started. I did some automation within Cycle Sales, bro. You might like it.
Caesar, can I drop them my YouTube in here? They're asking.
Of course, bro. You don't have to ask.
All right, Jude. There you go, and everyone else.
Hello?
Hello, is this Angel?
Oh, Leslie gets it.
Yes.
Hey, Angel. Good afternoon. It's Caesar. How are you?
Good.
Good. So I saw you responding to my text. You're still looking to sell your property, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. How much are you looking to get for it?
50,000.
50,000?
Yeah, 150.
Oh, 150.
50,000.
You're cutting in and out. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. $50,000 is what you're asking, correct?
15,000.
Oh, 15. Well, heck yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that much better than
I really-
50.
I already replaced the roof.
What was that?
I already replaced the roof
Oh, okay. How long ago did you replace the roof?
in June.
This year?
Okay, yeah, 2024.
Uh-oh. Angel, you're cutting in and out. I can barely hear you.
In 2024.
Oh, so June of last year.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. By the way, I'm trying to find your property. I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. Can you, I just want to confirm, what's the address? Is it, I found it now. I see that you have it for sale by owner on the market. Is that right?
Mm-mm.
Angel, can you hear me?
By honor.
Angel?
Yeah?
You're cutting in and out. It's a really bad reception. I apologize if I keep calling your name.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you. So I noticed that you've had this on the market for 46 days now. What are some of the what are some of the feedback that you've gotten from people that walked it?
I don't know because I think that they don't want to make a deal with the studio. I don't know.
They don't want to make a deal with who?
I don't know. A lot of people are trying to buy it and they're saying something on the writing.
Something on the writing. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's right.
got it. Okay. So you own this property, right? What got you looking to sell this property?
I don't buy this property for me, but you know, all the time when I started to repair the house and they started to call me the police and the city all the time, the neighbors, they don't like me.
Uh-oh.
And I don't want to stay in that place. And that's why I started repairing. And I'm trying to cover my money back.
Got it. You said so how much have you put into the property so far?
I paid about 5,900, 2,600 for the roof, material. I paid 3 people for take out of the garbage. The garbage is to sit in. It's a lot of garbage inside this house. Oh my gosh! Cut the grass, big. I put money there.
You put a lot of money there, huh?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of this thing here. Well, let me ask you this, just maybe you know the answer to this. If I were to buy this and fix it, how much do you think I can put it on the market for after fixed?
But this is a good area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is a good area. They have a new hospital there in this street.
Uh-huh.
And the house, the property is in the corner. In the corner of the street. It's a good place, you know.
Yeah.
If you turn down this house, you see a nice house, you can probably sell this house in good price.
How much do you think?
I think 80,000. You see, because it's a lot of houses around there, good value.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right on the money there. I'm thinking like between 60 to 80,000 is what I can sell it for. Just curious, how much do you think I can rent that place out for?
Oh yes, I renting around there when I'm trying to fix the house. I pay every month $900 for rent.
How much do you think I can rent it out for?
$900.
$900.
Oh yes.
All right, let me double check. I do like that
And I
area.
pay $900 every month. A house is a old house, ugly, everything fucked up. And I'm paying $900 to fix everything.
Yeah. So you don't live there anymore, right?
Mhm.
Obviously.
No, I'm here in Ohio.
Oh, you're in Ohio. Just right, my good old buddy Tyler. What part of Ohio? Angel, are you there? Angel, Angel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I was asking what part of Ohio?
Dayton.
Oh, you're in Dayton?
Yeah.
Nice. I actually buy a good amount of properties out in Dayton.
Yeah. I find one here. But now I don't got money for repair because all my money I put in the other one.
Yeah. So on this one, how's the foundation of this house, by the way?
Oh, I think it's something, a problem is structural.
It's,
Due to framing.
it's what?
Something framing.
Something's raining.
Framing.
Framing. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's structural.
Got it. And how much did you buy this property again?
5,900.
Got it. And are you
The
paying,
auction.
what, taxes on this or?
Yeah, I already paid the taxes, $963.
Got it. Okay. Now, I know you've had this on the market for 41 days now. If you don't mind me asking, and I'm almost done here, by the way. If you don't mind me asking, I mean, if you don't sell this at 16, I mean, what's going to happen? Are you going to try to fix it yourself or?
Oh my gosh. No. I don't know.
Trying to make sure you have some money here. So just bear with me, okay?
Yeah.
How much do you think it's going to cost me to get this thing up to date?
I think it's $10,000.
$10,000?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you can fix it with $10,000.
It's 800 square feet, right?
It's little.
Yeah, I'm still
2
looking.
bedroom, 2 bath. In the basement, they have a full bath,
Uh-huh.
and the second floor is other bath, a little bath.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm looking at just some of the properties in the area on what's selling. There's a lot of properties like a little bit above you, but as far as where your house is located, there's really not much activity. I think for that square footage, I can actually sell it. There's a couple of houses that sold for 69,000. The 80,000 was back in 2024. Now there's one on Conron Avenue sold for 62. Another one on Briarcliff sold for 69. So really, I'd probably sell it for 70,000. I know you said that it's only going to cost me $10,000 to fix, but for a full rehab, pretty much almost a full gut, because I'm assuming there's foundation problems there. It's probably going to cost me about $35,000 just to fix this.
30,000.
Yeah.
Me? I have my workers in Chicago. They do it for me for $2,000. Or the framing problem is in around the basement.
Got it. Then why don't you just have them fix it for you for 2,000?
What I told you, they started calling me, the city and the police.
Uh-huh.
And me, I'm not investor. I'm not doing by the way you do it because you investor, you got a lot of money. Me doing it by my way, my workers,
Yeah.
you know, Mexicans, that I don't need to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
I do it by my way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's
They don't let me do it.
yeah, it's just once I fix it, I gotta get it approved, right? Especially
Yeah, you need to go. You do city permit. I think me don't do this because I don't got money to do it that way.
exactly. So the thing
That's too much pain, and I know how to do it by my other way, you know.
Yeah. So Angel, so you completely understand what I'm saying. I mean, it's already going to cost me money even before I even pick up a hammer. You know what I mean? Because I gotta go through the city. So I mean, I can close on this. Well, let me ask you this: if I pay cash, which I will, I'll pay all the closing costs. I can close on this by the end of the month. So just give me what, 2.5 weeks. I'll buy the property as is, so you don't have to worry about fixing anything. So if I can do all of that for you and put some cash in your pocket, I mean, what's the best price that you can do?
Yeah. Yeah, because I am in here. I need to repair this one. I live here, but I don't got money, and I'm trying to get something.
Yeah. So what's the best price that you think you can do?
8,000.
Oh, 8,000. I was hoping you were gonna say 6.
Oh my God! And my money's there.
I know. I want to give you some money. So what do you say we meet in the middle at 7?
Okay.
7,000. I think I can make that happen.
Okay.
Okay. So just to let you know how my process works, Angel. So what I'll do is I will send an agreement, which is only 2 pages, just saying, hey, I'm buying the property for $7,000, and then I will send that over to you on an email. And then what's going to happen is that in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to open title. Obviously, I got to make sure title is clean. And then at the same time, I'm going to send my general contractors, and I'm also going to send my local partners. So just to let you know, whenever I buy properties outside of my market, I always partner with local investors because I want to make sure that the guys that are fixing the house, I always want to make sure I have a set of eyes on the project. You know what I mean? It's already hard making sure that they are. So yeah, in those 2 weeks, I'm going to run title. I'm going to get my contractors in there. So question for you, I know you don't live there anymore. How's the access for that property? What's the access like?
For access the property, I need to go there.
Okay, got you. And how far away do you live? Hello?
4 hours?
You live 4 hours, you said?
Yes.
Got it. So is there any way you can put a lockbox on it or leave a key behind with someone?
No, you need to tell me what day they go and we go there.
Yeah.
And then I put the lock.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I ask is because I don't have control over my general contractors' calendars. Like these guys are third party, right? Like they're not my own general contracting company. So in that way, you get a fair quote on those rehab costs. So it's really difficult for me to coordinate that timing. And the last thing I want to do is have you drive for 4 hours and then have these guys run late or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I want to make it as convenient as possible for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any friends or family members that can maybe you can send the key over so they can open the door when we have guys going?
Yeah, I got a lot of people there, but I don't know. They
I'm sorry. Angel? Angel, can you hear me?
hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, I hear you.
I lost you there for a second. Yeah, you were saying
No,
something.
Yes, I have a friend, but they don't want to do it.
Okay. I mean, if you want to
They
drive,
only-
if you,
they go to cut the grass, but they don't want to go inside the property. But they don't. They call the police to. They like they do to me.
uh-huh. So then, well, I have a friend in Dayton, and I think he's in Dayton or Toledo. Is there any way you can hand over the keys to him and then I can have him put a lockbox in there? Or if you want to drive for 4 hours, I don't mind. You go ahead and drive for 4 hours, but I am going to need a lockbox on there because if I don't get all my guys in there at the time that you're going to be there, you know what I mean? I don't want you to keep driving for 4 hours.
Yeah, okay, me go drive there and put the lockbox, and then I say to you the code.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be the best bet. And then also too, when you are going over there, let me know when. So in that way I'll do my best to coordinate some time for you. You know what I mean? I want to work with you. But yes, let's put a lockbox on there just in case they're not able to make it at that time. So in that way I have ability to get my eyes in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send over this agreement over to you right now.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is Caesar, like Cesar Chavez.
Oh, Caesar.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask you this. I can send this over to you right now.
Okay.
And as I send this over to you right now, do you have a few minutes? I can quickly go over it with you and then just go ahead and sign it if everything makes sense.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. I'm almost done here.
Okay.
And you're on your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna Angel. What nationality are you, Angel?
Cuban.
Cuban, huh? A little Cubana.
It's Cubana, yeah.
Yeah. Is Cuban? Is it the Boricua? Is that no? That's not Cuban. That's
No.
That's Puerto Rican.
Is,
That's Puerto Rican. Yeah.
oh, the island.
That's right. That's right. Now, Angel, is your email address? I'll go ahead and send this over to you very shortly. And I'm going to text it to you as well. I'm going to email it to you, but I'm also going to text you a link. That link you can open. So in that way we can just quickly go over it with you all over the phone, okay?
Okay.
All right, so give me 1 second, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Angel, you're my angel today. Now I get to get off the phones and I'm done for the day. No, I need to buy one more property. All right. I just sent it over to you. Can you take a look at it? Let me know once you get it and once you open it. Hey guys, I'm gonna put myself on mute since this is all just contracting. You guys run the show.
I'm trying to fill out notes. Hyro, run the show. I guess I can call someone. I need to get my notes, but I'll just let Dispo bitch here in a little bit for a while. Dang, it's already 3:15.
Oh, he finished with his call?
Yeah, he just doing contracts and shit.
Got it. I'm attempting a dispo right now.
Sick. What one? Where is it?
Albany,
Ohio or New York?
New York. There's an Albany in Ohio.
Yeah.
Huh?
The New York's probably easier to dispo though than Albany, Ohio.
Oh, that's the buyer I just called. Oh, tell him, actually, just say, are you still in? I seen you look at the deal in Albany. Are you looking to buy there? And just keep it like that. No, yeah, exactly. What was that, Tyler?
Nothing. I was about to ask though, does your girl help you?
Yeah.
That's sick. She like full time, like killing it, or
She's
just like
full
when
time,
you
but
need her?
she's full time. We're getting her there. It's like a whole different.
I couldn't like, and you don't have to speak on this if you don't want because it's kind of personal. But I'm just curious, like, does that affect your relationship or no? Like, does it look different? Okay, don't talk about it. She's sitting there. Sorry. Sorry, Hyro's wife.
No, you're fine.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's funny.
Because I joke with it about my fiance, and then I was like, actually, just kidding.
Yeah, sometimes I do want to kill him.
Hey, I want to. She wants to kill me, and she don't even dispo. Like I just, we just live together.
Does she help you?
No,
Okay. Oh, shit.
Good, I like her.
this isn't her cup of tea. I'll see here in a minute if she's watching. When she comments, tell me to quit talking about her. All right. Well,
My goal is to make her like more TC.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. And then train the VAs when they get on board. Cause she know what to do. She's just not comfortable on the phone.
Yeah, that'll come. Yeah, TC is very valuable once they get it. I wouldn't want to do it. Well, I have played TC sometimes, but just like the small connecting the dots, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing major at all.
Hello? Hey, is this Elephant Realty? Hey, this is Jay from Investor Live. I saw that you were looking at a property in Albany. Just wanted to see if you're still investing over there. Too much work? Okay. Where do you buy normally? Just Albany? You said 38 states? Got it. So do you buy them or you have a buyer? How do you manage that in 38 states? Okay. So you have a team like in every state? How does that work? Okay, no worries. Well, if I ever get anything, I'll just shoot it your way and see if we can make something work. I got you. No worries. I got you. All right, bye.
We couldn't hear him either.
That was a wholesaler, right?
I couldn't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear him?
No.
I wonder why.
180.
He said he flips in 38 states. I asked him, how do you do that?
Yeah. Okay. This lady was supposed to call after she laid her grandkids down.
They never
All right.
call back.
This is probably my last call. I'd try to lock this one up. I got to catch up on notes. And so something I do now, so I sell me your deal to Danielle every contract. So
Your call has been forwarded to an.
So I do all my notes, everything, have it done. But at the end, I make a loom, and I just sell her my deal here, like I'm talking to her as a buyer. Here's what I'm seeing. Here's my comps. Here's what I seen here. Here's where end buyers are buying. Here's the play, and it's helps our communication so much as opposed to just seeing like notes. You know what I mean? Like actually hear me and see me. It's just cut down on the confusion and the back and forth.
Yeah.
And I send them, if I JV, I send them to them too. I just send them everything. Like my goal always is have everything together, everything you need plus some, so you never come back to me about shit. Like I just want to get it all the first time.
So as far as your deals, right? Because this is something that I've been trying to like get better at, and I have a system now, but I haven't tried it. These extra like foundation, septic, all this, where do you get that in a call? The follow-up call, right?
So me, like I just asked, Caesar must have got one. I just like, so does anything major need done, like the roof, the HVAC? And then usually they just run through them with me. And then if they miss it, I'll just be like, okay, what about the plumbing? Is that updated? Typically in older ones, but I at least want to get it's good or it's operational. I don't give a shit about it's 7 years old. But if they're like roof's good, foundation's good, electrical, plumbing's updated, just did a new HVAC, I'm like, cool, that's all I need. Like I'm not going back and asking anymore.
But the buyers ask for that.
Like to a point. And then that's what it's just like, they're all good. That's what we know. They're all good. They're all working. As far as we know, nothing needs replaced. And then they're going to go anyways. Like,
okay, that's a good one. You just tell them it's good instead of me getting the fucking age of everything.
Yeah, I'm just like,
age is pointless. It can be
like everything's functionable. There's tenants there. Street view looks like the roof's good.
Okay.
I just need some generals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. That's actually better because I was thinking about having a follow-up call. You know how you call them, hey, I open title, just wanted to get some information so I could get the right people out there. Tell me about, and then I was gonna go line by line, but that'll be after I lock it up. But
I just hit it then, especially because I have to know something for my rehab. Like, just tell me it's good. All right, that's all. Good. Okay. Yeah. Well, when it's not good, now I have a negotiation. Mm-hmm. Like that's why I want it simple too. Is like I don't want to know it's 7 years old. I want to know that it's good, and then come see that it wasn't. It's not good. You know, I mean, like, I get what you're saying. It's not leaking, but it's not good. And so then I just price drop from there.
Yeah, that makes
Which,
sense.
like I've told Caesar before, that's something I hit a lot too with the seller is I make them say the rehab like 3 times throughout that call. Like I want you to tell me it's 20,000 3 times. That way when I come and I'm like, and I'll tell them before in the call, like I have it at 40 just based off what you're saying in the square foot, but like you obviously know it better. So I'm going to base it off your 20, even though I think it's 40. And then we'll just come check it out. And so in their head, they're already like, it's kind of how you do with your, I think you do sometimes with offers. Or I know Caesar does, but I just come back like, man, I know you said you thought it was 20 and I went with that too, because there was no reason for me not to believe you. Because I'm not calling him a liar. I'm like, hey, I did believe you. But now we need X, Y, Z. And like, I'm still interested, but it's more what we talked about before. So that's kind of how I go about it, I guess.
I guess my struggle, which I don't think is a struggle. Sometimes I don't talk about condition at all. Like it's I see the Google Street View. It looks good, but I'm estimating a full rehab. Unless they tell me I did the roof last year, I'm not even talking about it. So then when I lock it up, good price, I'm like, but I'm going to display. I'm like, I have no idea about none of this. I don't. Yeah. I just put full rehab. My fees 15, 20.
Well, that's like on the buyer side, that's what you can do. I'd just be like, if you have any knowledge about it at all, I would just tell them like, I think it's decent, but I went ahead and ran you a full rehab on it.
Yeah,
like I don't trust this seller, so I think I got a bunch of cushion on there, so you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah. I guess just displaying more and just getting experience on that part.
I can't fucking help you. I can tell you the words to say and I can act like I know what I'm doing, but I've just watched a lot of videos.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like I know how to catch their attention, but when it goes to the details, I'm stuck because I don't know shit either.
I keep talking about I'm going to dispo a deal whenever we get one in Ohio. But every time we do, I just don't bring it up because I'm kind of low-key scared. I think I love it though, bro. I think dispo is probably like what I'm born for. I just haven't done it. Like
it's good when you have them on the phone. You know how many dials you gotta do to get them on the phone, and then when you think you got the right one, and then it's not he don't like it. Now you got to start that process.
Yeah.
I hate.
No, I mean, I tried to dispo for a week one time. I don't even know if I told anybody. I was just doing it. And in that week, I got so pissed off. I just sent it to someone else. I'm like, but the more I talk about it and like talk to people about it, I'm like, I'd probably be really good at it, but I've just not done it. So for some reason, I have like fear there. I have no clue why. Like I shouldn't. I mean, like I talk to commercial brokers and all these big people all the time, but it's just something new. It's just something new.
I enjoy it. It's just, I don't like dialing, especially these rural leads. I don't like dialing just to dial. Like, does this person even exist? That's how I feel.
Yeah. That's what I seen. So talking about the novations and stuff in the rural, that's what I seen Maximilian posted last night. And he does kind of the same thing where he said if he looks up Investor Lift and there's not 100 buyers, it's either a novation or a pass. Like he's just not doing it.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
So
I'm about to, and I'm thinking about it. I'm about to do everything novation. Just to have the clause there, everything novation. And I'm gonna try to do cash. If I feel like I can't move it, I'm gonna go back to telling, hey, look, but I'm gonna set the expectation. I'm still working on it, how I'm gonna say it, but these properties, some of them are perfect for novation, and you're struggling to dispo.
I'm getting a call real quick. Give me 1 second.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Shelby?
Hey, I was going. I didn't even see the documents in there. Did you get the pictures?
No, I have not got pictures. Well, actually, did you send them to the email?
Yes, I did. I sent them. Let me go back
to
my email. that this is you because you know you have a lot of people that's on here that's scammers.
I might.
Isoma, is that Isona VIL purchase summary confirmation?
Let's see.
What is it coming under? Because I don't see your name. I sent pictures to the wrong.
You could send them straight to my number if you want.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that'd be easier. Because I don't see it for some reason. Did you find the agreements?
That's what I was looking for. I'm looking to try to see if I see your name, and it's not showing your name. I see Sona.
Well, let me see. Where did it go? So the document will say, like, the subjects should say purchase agreement, and then the other one should say attorney in fact. Where it probably says it comes from is it'll say RE simply, just because that's my like system I use to send it out.
I got you. And it's okay, I got you. I think I don't know if I sent some pictures to the wrong place.
It's hard to tell where they went. But yeah, so you did see both the agreements.
Yes, I think they right underneath each other. I'm going into it right now to see. I thought I was sent to the wrong. I'm sorry. I'm glad I put down your number. But I'm going to send them to your phone. I'm going to put you in my phone. So I'm going to send them to your phone. Okay?
Okay. Yep. Just, just sign them agreements, shoot the pictures over, and we're rolling.
All right. Okay. All right.
Awesome. I'll look for them here soon.
All right, hon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shelby.
All right.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, freaking Hyro hopped off. I was gonna take a picture of this and post it on TU.
Oh yeah, the OGs. When did
because we ended up getting
contract signed, baby.
We ended up getting 5 contracts, right?
I got 2, you got 2, he got 1.
So
just
5
contracts. It's not
contracts.
as good, you know.
5 contracts sent between Tyler, Hyro, and myself. And how many signed did you get?
I've got 2. I got an attorney in fact sign and a purchase agreement sign. I'm still waiting on 1 purchase agreement.
So 1 signed for you and 1 signed for me. So 2 signed.
Yeah. And the signed was an ovation.
2 signed. 2 out of 5 is signed. Boom.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got to jump off too. I got to catch up on notes.
Yep. Same here. I got to get going. Thank you guys for hopping on. It's been a while since we've done this. For the folks that are watching, thank you for subscribing, for following, for supporting. Hope you guys learned something new today. If you guys have any key ideas that you got from today, drop it on the chat or on the comments. That would definitely help someone that's new that may come across my channel in the future. Follow Tyler. Tyler has his YouTube channel. Drop it on the chat again, Tyler. So for the new folks that I just hopped on, Tyler does a lot of shorts as well. I've kind of slowed down on that. I need to get back into it. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, guys, I will be hanging out with my nephew and my niece in the next couple of days. So I'm probably going to be done for the rest of the week. But I'll try to get back on next week. If I don't get back on next week, then that means I'm still in San Diego having fun with the kiddos. So don't be alarmed if you don't see me for a week and a half, but I will be back on as soon as I can. Just got to hang out with the family. So, Tyler, thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro. That was fun.
Yeah, for sure. No problem. I dropped my thing in there for him. It's just YouTube at the Tyler Osborne. I used to go live a lot like Caesar, and I haven't been. So I just been doing, like you said, a lot of shorts. But yeah, come hang out, come check it. If you want to reach out to me, feel free, and I'm always here to help.
Perfect. Yeah. And by the way, Tyler, if you want to like start doing live again from time to time on your channel, let me know. I'll hop onto your channel any day.
Awesome. Sweet. Sounds
Cool.
good. I'll talk to you later. See you guys.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys.